Howdy, partners! And tonight we are striking out for the Weird West. Now, this one caught me by surprise. Ping 17 times a check. Thanks, I appreciate that. But yeah, this game came out just last year as a debut effort from developer Wolfeye Studios, which includes some former Arcane staff, including founder Rafael Colantonio and executive producer Julian Roby. Now, they're credited on the original Dishonor, the 2017 Prey, going all the way back to Arx Fatalis. That's a pretty strong resume in my book, so I'm very interested in what they're doing here. Now, I don't know anything about the plot. I'm going in pretty much blind. I know it's set in the Wild West, presumably sometime in the 1800s, but with the supernatural kind of woven into the setting. So we've got zombies, demons, alongside cowboys, native tribes, a lot of wild territory in between pockets of civilization. Outside of stuff like Red Dead Redemption, you don't get a lot of games in that setting to begin with, and this was recommended to me because it's kind of an action RPG with an open approach to level design, problem solving. So there's a lot I like going in just before I even know what the hell the game's about. But otherwise, I have no idea what to expect. In fact, when I first started the game to test a recording, it threw me right into a cutscene. I had to back out to get to a menu. So I get the impression the game's not going to waste a lot of time, so neither will I. One quick little detail, I finally invested in a second monitor so I can actually record full screen and keep an eye on chat. Should make things a little clearer in the broadcast, but do let me know if anything looks off. Anyway, thus ends my prepared remarks, so let's go lose our damn minds in the West, shall we? Let me guess, friend. No idea who or where you are, right? Sorry about that. Necessary part of the process. Brand's ready.
Hey! Oh!
Thanks, guys. Off you go. We're counting on you. I get the feeling this is kind of a sarcastic "we're counting on you." Jesus Christ. I guess we're starting on brand tonight. Haha! Okay, yeah. So your journey begins. So here is our... This is what happened when I first started up the game. This is what I sort of jumped right into it. So yeah, we can adjust the difficulty and such at any time. We'll leave tutorials on. We'll leave everything on defaults for the time being. Let us get... Oh, I gotta hold that down. Let's get cracking. Yeah, you're finally awake. You get that a lot from that kind of game. Just protagonist without a past, and it's the rare game that actually makes any use of that. Like, actually, Pathfinder: Wrath of the Righteous is the only one I can think of recently
most feared bounty hunters in all
that kind of made a plot point of that.
You gave that up, buried your irons, traded them for a normal life. Tonight, though, that's all gonna change. Destiny's calling, and it ain't taking no for an answer.
Digging the style of this. You ain't taking our land, monster. Not after land. Take the adult, kill the kid. No meat on the bones. Now let's move. Law's coming.
In the air, smell of gunpowder. Your son dead in the dirt outside. And a burning at your neck, like you've been branded with a cattle iron.
Oh, okay, we're in gameplay. Alright, okay, so where this nice old lady was just taking a nap when, unpleasantness happened outside. So, let's get used to the controls here. So, I've got free camera control, this is good. Okay, it's 6 in the evening. I can pick up some wine, awesome! Yeah, might as well eat up. I mean, I get the feeling this nice old lady's gonna have a long day ahead of her. Now, it's my understanding that we'll be controlling several people through the course of the adventure, and we'll kind of jump between them in different chapters and such. Okay, so spoon. That's vendor trash. Collect everything. What was that? Oh, Jesus, what's this? Okay, Sheriff Flora Albright. Jane! Heard gunshots from town and came running. It was those still waters. Floods take 'em. Looks like they hit every farm from here on out to Galen's Crossing. They killed your boy. We'll bury the bastards for what they done. But I ain't seen your husband, Alonso. If they took him, we gotta move quick before the trail runs cold. Okay, okay, so this is us, Jane Bell. Alright, which way the Stillwaters are headed? Let's ask who the Stillwaters are. Call themselves a family. Huh. Inbreds, maybe. They run ammunition, liquor, at least they used to. Now they seem to be in the business of taking people. Something's different. I aim to find out what. Exactly. The WRPG trope of hoard like 8 million brooms because you never know. Exactly. You're going to need a lot of money. We get the feeling this revenge quest is going to cost us. Okay, which way are they headed? I ain't see where they went, but I got one of the Stillwater bastards alive back in the Grackle jail. We could squeeze the dog for answers. Better grab your shooting irons, partner. Got a feeling we'll need him. Okay, I get the feeling that there's not a lot of law presence in town if the sheriff is just asking the woman whose child was just killed to saddle up and go after these guys. So, yeah. Where do I find a gun? What, you forget? We buried your old revolver out back with the rest of your gear when you're retired. Once you're healed, meet me back at the jail. Alright, so maybe Jane used to be a cop back in the day, or a sheriff. Look, I know you thought you was done with those bounty hunting days. Here we go, getting exposition, but they ain't done with you. Here, take this. A portable relay. Newfangled. Good for communication in case we gotta split up. Oh, of course. Just because we're back in the Old West doesn't mean we're free of the radio support character. Alright. I'd say welcome back, but I reckon I won't. A little less random, exactly. Okay, so in addition to having the supernatural, apparently we're going to be having some degree of technology we otherwise wouldn't out here. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Alright, flannel rag. Can be sold to general stores for cash. Okay, yeah, so we're going to want to take stuff. Let's see. What is our carry capacity? Okay, so I think it's 8 out of 48. So it looks like this stuff is not necessarily weight limited so much as just storage capacity. Alright. Rake, carrot. Yeah, why not? Take everything. Alright. So, gun buried out back. I see the objective marker. Can I use this? Okay, that's cool. Okay, so I knocked over this water bucket and water spread over there. I'm assuming that will interact with stuff in kind of like that Divinity sort of way where, you know, if you got fire going on, you throw some water down, that cancels it out. Neat. There's going to be some physics in this game. I can feel it. Let's see. You want me to carry that? What's this? Shed key, tongs. There we go. For we need to go Tarantino and any surviving gangsters. Pitchfork. Okay, so I think this is a weapon. Keep your tools sharp, never knew you might need them. Can be equipped as a weapon and melee weapon in desperate situations. Hell fucking yeah. Alright, so I think it's already kind of equipped. Let's see, deck of cards. Okay, so back room with some wanted posters, getting a little more environmental storytelling. Ah, alright, we're here for a gun tutorial. Alright, give me that pistol ammo. Oh, damn it, we need a shovel. Figures. Here we go. Alright, you'll find plenty of treasure buried in secret mound caches across the Weird West. That shovel might come in handy for digging some of it up, or for burying your dead. Fantastic. Alright, so. Alright, dusty parcel.
The pistol's grip matches your
Oh, nice. You had a whole outfit there. Outstanding.
Been a while.
Alright. Achievement unlocked. Unforgiven. Excellent. Alright, found your first weapon. Hold right to aim, fire with left. You might find some bottles of practice. Switch from twin stick shooter aiming to free camera aiming. Okay. Alright, so looks like we've got some degree of movement. The camera's kind of locked when we're like this, but you can freely rotate your character. So, interesting. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Shadowgrounds, except the camera becomes free aiming when you hold down the trigger. Anyway, let's see. We've got 30 rounds, 5 in the gun to play with. Let's give it a try. Alright. Okay, no, 6 rounds in there. Okay. Got it. Alright, I think that's enough practice. We're totally ready to take on some definitely not cannibals. Alright, now, okay, so there is a jump button, very good. And shift is a dodge roll. Outstanding. We got this in the bag. Ready to go dispense some justice. Oop. Oh yeah, I should probably inspect the body of my child. In fact, I think we're going to be expected to bury him. Alright, Huck's teddy bear. Ooh, we can get a buck from that. Sorry, Huck. Better luck next, child. Alright. Is there anything else I need to get? Okay, that's the house it came from. Take the eggs, definitely. Anything in the doghouse? Oh, the bone is a weapon. Alright. It can also be equipped. Why not? Maybe we'll encounter a dog and have to throw it to distract him or something. But yeah, I'm digging the visual presentation of it. It's got that kind of cel-shaded look to it, but you're also kind of far enough back that it's not quite... It's not quite evident at a glance. You sort of need to get up close to the character models to tell for sure. But the overall environmental design looks nice. Anyway, onto the... Okay, yeah, the Grackle jail cell. Croaking calls of wild birds hang heavy in the air over the settlement. Despite the struggles of the West, the town endures. Onward? Alright, so we are going to have a world map to run around in. Uh-oh. Coyote attack. Shit. Alright. So, combat is real time. Enemies are rather nicely highlighted. This is helpful. Seems pretty reasonable. Oh. I see you. Oh yeah! Alright. So we can bury other corpses. Excellent. Meat cutlet raw. Good for a light meal once it's cooked. Hell yeah! Suitcase. Is this my stuff? I don't think so. Okay, travel supplies. You found some raw food. Stop by any location with fire or stove to cook up a meal. Regenerate some HP. Alright. So, I don't know if I'm going to need, if there's any kind of hunger meter, per se. I think that's just how you recover. Part of the difficulty, apparently, is that resting... on hard, resting will only recover... like, action points or something, whereas on normal, it normally recovers both that and your hit points. So, food is presumably more important on hard. But, not the case here. Anyway, onward to Grackle.
In the air. Folks hollering. Death and dirt.
Alright, so we're in the town of Grackle, and, not a good sign. Sheriff? I'm here to go after the bad guys. Hi. Kong Luo. Never thought I'd see you wearing those irons again. Mei Luo. Is this the kind of game that's going to yell at me for looting the dead? I don't think so, but let's save just in case. Like, in front of them. Okay, be careful. Not all items can be picked up without consequences. Other characters' belongings will be marked in red if you move to interact with them. If the owner sees you stealing, your reputation might suffer, and you might even wind up in the jailhouse. Portmaster's spirit ain't even admitted yet, and you're robbing the corpse. Okay, so robbing the dead, bit of an issue. So let's step back a few seconds. So yeah, I've heard this directly compared to Deus Ex in a couple ways in terms of what NPCs will notice, which is why I was a little careful about grabbing the money. So obviously this town has seen better days in general, but also something more specific has happened recently. Let's see if there's anything around here that is not being monitored that we can take from. Howdy, horsey. Oh, we can pet the horse! Awesome! Aw. Now we need to see if there are other animals around. I know I saw some chickens. Old spurs. If you had a junk item, yes, I gotcha. I understand how vendor trash works. Anything in the outhouse? No. We're just stopping to take a shit. Why not? I mean, you know, we're on the trail of some bandits. You wanna do that with as little baggage as possible. Let's say. Okay. Unbreakable door. Open blocked. Right. Harris. Okay. That will take. Nobody cares about that body. Tamed wolf. Alright. Could have stopped him, could have done something. Alright. What's your story? Jane, you got your irons? Okay. Hi, what's going on? Your irons, guess we call you Bounty Hunter again? Okay, no. Don't take... Okay, so here's the ground rule. We're not going to take from the dead who have living that can lay claim to them. However, anybody that does not have any living relatives to them, I consider that fair game. I think that's only fair. Alright. Why do they even attack us? We got nothing to take. Well, you know, clearly that's not literally true. Okay, yes. The red outline means that is an owned item, and we can't just grab stuff willy-nilly. Also, getting kind of a Fallout vibe from this, really, like old Fallout. Sickness caused by heathen practitioners of the occult. Have our loved ones and neighbors been brought low by vengeful witches? Plague victims and survivors across the countryside report witches, sorcerers, and demons summoning heathens out in force as the sickness spreads. When will our righteous absolutionists purge the land of this evil? Okay. Owner of infamous Lantern Room brothel missing. It has recently been reported that the owner of the den of scandalous pleasure, known as the Lantern Room, near that wine-soaked town of Cedar Flats, has been missing for some days now. Whether the man's dealings and sins of the flesh have caught up with him or some more sinister force at work is unknown. Readers are, as always, urged to avoid sin in order to preserve their righteous standing with the spirits. Yeah, I'm sure half the town is getting right on that. Okay. Let's see. I'm curious. Does perception play into it, or do they automatically know if we're taking stuff? What's this? Rusty lunchbox. Some kind of black sludge. No. If I'm stealing, I'm going to make it worth my while. Ooh, dynamite. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay. Hell yeah. Alright. I think that's a pretty good pickup. Dollar coins. I mean, you know, I'm not technically with law enforcement anymore. I'm willing to help them out with this problem because it has definitely become our problem. Okay, are you hurt? Okay, it requires a bandage. Crystal waters, they took my girl. Hey, here we go. Alright, that looks useful. To use a consumable item, tap Z, X, C, V. Alright. Alright, so that's some quick use items, or we can use that right here. There we go. Fucking outlaws. I mean, you know, you're welcome. Is this something I'm going to need? Don't think so. Let's see. Nice and sturdy. Can be resold. Okay. So that will not be necessary for getting around. Oh, there's the Undertaker. No. Watch where you're going. Oh, sorry, dude. Didn't mean to interrupt you there. Thought I'd never see you wear those irons again, bounty hunter. No, we're good. Alright. Cigarettes, apple. I note the apple is green, which, you know, sometimes apples are, but this looks kind of an unhealthy, pale shade of green. Where was that? Potato. Did I use it automatically? I think I did. Did a roasted corn. Okay, so I think it's like a Bioshock thing, and there's some food I just automatically consume when I pick it up. Mailbox. Okay, yeah. So anything that's got that, like, those, Okay, this is interesting. So your camera does not adjust depending on the surrounding terrain. So on the one hand, that does keep the camera from getting shoved around. On the other hand, that does mean in situations like this, you can kind of not see your character. So something to keep in mind while you're running around doing your thing. Alright. Hey, Doc, you in here? Oh. Okay. Well, I suppose that's technically a yes. Yeah, also means you can see inside buildings and wall hack. Yeah. Alright, medicinal instructions. Okay. Ye modern herbal for warts, pleurisy, and other maladies. Just get kind of an old English dialect from this. A viper's bite. Strange proposal for extracting the venom by means of fowls. Let a living cock be procured, and let the anal extremity be applied to the wound, and so held. This will extract the venom. This is a good plan. I have some questions about the methodology of this. Like, yeah. I mean, I know we're in the 19th century, and they're working on, let's call it an antiquated knowledge of medicine and human biology, but I feel like the... I feel like viper venom going up your ass is just not going to help you. I feel like it is going to cause complications. Yeah, I don't think that's how that works. Also, I like how they wrote in the book, this is a good plan. Because, you know, they have to convince themselves to put... just saying it makes it sound insane. And, you know, people did weird shit back in the days because they thought it would help them. Like, kind of like how heroin used to be thought of as a painkiller. What was that? Was that my radio? Okay, jerk. Okay, so there's kind of, that's people talking in the background. Yeah, it's kind of like, a Peanuts womp 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 thing, only it's just kind of like weird and sinister. Okay, except I think it was saying you get a rooster and apply the rooster's ass to the snake bite. The rooster's will suck out the venom. Oh, man. You know what? I honestly believe someone did try that at some point, and maybe there's even some degree of historical truth to the fact that someone tried. But I suspect its utility as a treatment is dubious at best. Or the origin of the saying blowing smoke up my ass. You know what? Yeah, that's probably where that comes from. Just someone trying unorthodox treatments for complicated maladies. Once thought to be therapeutic. Oh, okay, yeah. That does make sense. I didn't actually know where that came from, but that makes perfect sense. Anyway, let's talk to the sheriff. That's right, they did say that they had someone from the gang here. Once part of first aid kits. Oh, interesting. Oh, hey, Ash, good to see you. Floods. Gotta say, it's good to see you wearing shooting irons again. That farming life never did suit you. Now let's give this Stillwater bastard the squeeze. You tell us what we want to know, we'll only break a few fingers, leave you with enough to scratch your ass with. Oh, you know, the important things in life. Y'all used to run ammunition, not abduct people. What's different? Kiss my ass, lawhound. I ain't telling you cuss. See, thing is, when your voice shakes like that, I don't find you convincing. You find I'm convincing, partner? Why don't you turn the screw on this asshole? Okay. Alright, so we got a decision here. So we can ask nicely, we can threaten to give him the angry townfolk outside, or break his pinky. You know what? Considering our child isn't even cold yet, I think we can start this off on a somewhat aggressive foot here. You crazy bitch! I can't tell you nothing, he'll kill me! Ooh. You hear that, folks? I think he's asking for another one. Come on over here. I'm trying to finger this whole thing out. Ha ha! Alright. The new boss. It's Shelby. Shelby Cross. Shelby Cross? Floods almighty. He ain't no man. He's a siren. They ain't normal. They eat people. I've been trying to track down Cross for years. Now we're close enough I can smell the cannibal bastard. Where'd Cross run off to, huh? Where'd he take Jane's husband? Get harvested, dog. Oh. He did give me the information I was asking for, but on the other hand, I really don't like this guy. And, you know, he did talk about... They literally shot our kid because there's not enough meat on his bone. So, let's go for number 3. Come here. Alright, I'll tell you. They're meeting at camp 5 hours northwest, toward Offerton Valley. Yep, take you. So yeah, the townsfolk have... Some of the ambient dialogue has mentioned Yeb, so it's kind of a god figure around hereabouts. Trail's hot, no time to lose. I'll holler on that relay if I learn anything useful. Careful on the road. Nasty rumors of a plague lately. I gotta stay here, keep the town safe. You give them floods out that Stillwater camp here. Right on, Sheriff.
It's sirens who took your husband. Flesh eaters. Best find that Stillwater camp while your husband still got blood in him.
Noted. Right. Is there anything we can loot here? Displaced nation, part 1. A damage return note. Our allied nation to the west has been displaced just as we are. We found no survivors and hope they traveled west, just as we have from our home territory. All that gets me through each new day is the thought of seeing you again. Our warriors will protect you on your journey to join us. Bamapi. Alright, Adventurer's Handbook. Let's see. Justinian Abernathy's Fine Bestiary of Terrible Creatures. Chapter 2. The Inhuman Among Us. Has your neighbor ever demonstrated an alarming enthusiasm for the midnight hour? Have you found blood upon their fence posts during certain summer nights? You may be dealing with a monster in disguise. Read on, gentlefolk, to learn how to identify and destroy these foul creatures. Alright, common folk literature. Let's see. Miss Metropes, I think that's it. Pocket of Etiquette for Young Ladies, on Bearing and Poise. Let the young lady recall in the previous chapter when we spoke of grace and a quiet strength of will, the idea of calm. Though your many suitors may clamor for your attentions, show no outward sign of interest, but rather consider your options and opportunities carefully before making some sign of approval. Though your fortunes may diminish or calamity threaten, become the rock upon which the sea of change fruitlessly breaks. And then break fingers if all else fails. Right. So they're painting a very clear picture of the environment here, which does kind of fit the classic depiction of the Old West, but clearly has a lot more going on, and may not even be set in the West as we understand it. Like, it's not even clear we're on Earth, per se. What's the story here? Jane, it's my husband, Terry, the blacksmith. Them still waters took him. He was screaming, and I couldn't do nothing. You're wearing your bounty hunter gear again. Never thought I'd see the day. You headed after him? I am. They took my husband, too. So you aim to find him. If you come across my Terry, make sure he comes home safe. I'll give you anything. Oh, how about my pistol? You'll need good irons for your work, won't you, please? You got it. You've always been a good woman. I bet he'll be locked up with the rest of them. Keep your eyes open. I bet he'll call out if he sees you. Ain't got much left, my pistol, but it's yours if you bring my sweetheart home. Done. When did the world get so dark? Well, you know, night has fallen. Onward! Is there any other side questy activities we can pick up before we leave? Let's look around. Alright, so it looks like there's nothing else to interact with. What's this water icon? Alright, we got suit. I don't know if we lost yet. Absolution. Okay, now someone mentioned this. So I think this is some kind of, like, church or something. Can I talk to you? Got the look of revenge on you. Good. Oh yeah, we are all about revengeance tonight. What's down here? Gavin the Shepherd icon. Ooh, rifle rounds. Don't mind if I do. Use prayer candle, coal lump. If it's not flagged it's owned, it's ours. Golden ace of spades. Ho! 62 bucks. We scored. Okay. Found a golden ace of spades. These mysterious artifacts can be used from your journal to acquire new perks. Oh, okay. So this is definitely a game that's going to encourage you to run around exploring and taking anything you can find. Now, let's see. Perks, what do we got here? Alright. Locksmith, 25% chance to save one of your lockpicks. Let us consider our options. See, I don't know exactly what I'm going to be up against, so it's kind of hard to anticipate what'll be generally useful. Reload speed sounds good. Alright. Alright, what are our abilities? I don't think we have anything yet. Nymph relics. Okay, so we gotta get stuff before we can get weapon-specific perks. Or weapon-specific abilities. Okay, humans killed to date. Well, you know, we're just getting started. We will get to that. Although that does probably... presumably we have a history of doing this in the past, but... you could infer from that we haven't actually killed anybody as part of our career, and we are making a change for that today. Know that within you, the ferocity of Yeb and the peace of Inun are unbalanced. Know that the fury of the changing spirit is a tool of injustice, and that your fury is Yeb's fury, and that you work to restore Inun's peace. Do not fear your fury, but turn it into righteous purposes, for the good of people you protect, and thanks for the life the spirits gave you. Absolution of Scripture. Revelations of Gavan the Shepherd. On the day of the first spring thaw, Gavan went to his fields to see his herds. His prized ram had died, and his best ewe had given birth. The spirits Yeb and Inun spoke to him, telling him of change and peace, and the cycle between them. He promised to bring their message to his people, so that they might weather change and prosper from peace. Torturing for information isn't killing, and as long as they're alive when you leave the room, it doesn't count as murder. Exactly. Yeah, she did a lot of technically not killing her target. What the f... Oh, Jesus! Okay. Whoa, we got zombies here. Shit! Okay. So, we've got the quick and the undead here. Haha! But, yeah, okay, so... Random mooks are gonna be a problem around town. Wait a minute, what was that? Plague zombie, your mother. Plague zombie, your father. What the fuck? Like, that can't be right. Like, she's gotta be at least in her 60s. She looks like 70. But, I think the game's just fucking with me here. I hope it is. Is there a general store in town? And shops, all locations... I mean, I suppose that's true, but... Awful surprising... Oh, here we go. Oh, damn it. I mean, it's awfully convenient that they would choose now to show up. Okay, Mr. Shopkeeper, do you have anything? Do you mind if I take anything? I'm not hearing a no. Shotgun shells, thank you. Could really use some pistol ammo. Yeah, I think I did just... Okay, probably in her late 30s, early 40s since her son was relatively young. She's the disco Elise. Yeah, I suppose that's right. It's the white hair that's throwing me off, but I suppose, yeah, she could just be in her 40s. This is what the Pale Driver did before she took to driving a truck. Okay, so we can't buy anything. Oh wait, hang on a second. Okay, get your gear back on. Nobody in the general store. Damn it! I mean, I know y'all kind of have stuff going on here, but I really could use someone that's got some ammo for sale. Okay, so I get the feeling the game's gonna be doing little things that kind of mess with me. Alright, so there's the Stillwater camp. Alright, so, map's gonna be pretty big. Let us commit to traveling. Traveling merchants, thank God. Alright. Alright. Get that plague away from me. Alright. Hey, folks, how's it going? Alright, Thomas Alvarez. Howdy, traveler. Need some supplies? I got a good stock here. Alright. Sell all junk? Yes, please. How are we doing on bandages? So we got 4 of them. I think we're okay for now. Alright. Now, Elizabeth, do you have different stock? Heard about Grackle? Terrible business. Might head that way to see if they need supplies. Just gotta make a little more cash first. Alright. Nope, they got the same inventory. Okay, so they've actually got supplies out on the bench. And you can talk to them to interact and buy stuff. Neat. Alright. I think we're as good as it's gonna get. What's this? I see that. That's a snake. Yeah, you know what, we'll leave it be. That's their problem. So it's kind of interesting. So you're going to have these... I get the feeling like you're going to have... Oh, what's this? It's fallen on hard times. I get the feeling like levels are going to have little things going on that aren't necessarily part of this constructed encounter, but are just elements you can interact with, like wild animals running around, possibly other enemies and such. Again, it looks really nice, and there's just a good density of detail. It's enough to interact with where I don't feel overwhelmed. Okay, discerning tastes prefer Weeks Royal Tobacco. Okay. No cigar or cigarette in the West is complete without it. Enjoy the smooth, delicate flavor of Weeks Royal Tobacco. Only the finest of produce from Galen's Crossing, guaranteed. Does your palate require only the best? Request only Weeks Royal Tobacco in your cigarettes. Your children will love it. Okay. Anybody here? Hey, how you doing? Outlaws turned slavers. I shudder to think. You're not sick, are you? Anybody here that might be a quest giver by any chance? Okay, so this is a little... It's a little fussy on what you're currently targeting, because I was trying to talk to the kid, but it kind of latched onto the bench there. So I feel like it might need you to zoom in close to interact. Okay. These aren't owned. So we don't want to overload ourselves too much, but standard adventure game protocol dictates that we grab anything of use that's not nailed down. Shotgun shells count. Yeah, why not? Arrows, rifle rounds, arrows, thank you. Oop. Where are you running off to? Oh, Jesus. Is that common around here? Alright. Farmhouse key. Faded photo, huh? Rope. This sounds very useful. Grave, Sandra bound. Empty. So I'm getting kind of a Road Warden vibe from this, where the supernatural is in setting, and it's commonplace that ordinary people have cause to interact with it. Like, it's not unheard of that they've got zombies and other monsters running around. It's just a normal fact of life out here. Which is kind of interesting. Definitely gives a sense of this time and place that is both... Okay, are these poison? Okay, so we are going to have some Divinity Original Sin stuff. Neat. Yeah, it gives the sense of this universe that, with some elements that are recognizable, but reality is just off in some fundamental way. Good to see you. Sometimes you just have to rebury Grandpa. Exactly. In fact, I probably should have reburied what were apparently my parents back in the town there. Alright. Okay. Cornbread. No. No. But yeah, it's good to see you. Hope you're having a decent evening out there. But yeah, the way the environments are set up is interesting. There's just a ton of little things you can interact with here and there, and it gives the impression that combat, big set-piece encounters are going to have a lot of potential ways to resolve them. So, let us try. Disappointed this character is named Tequila Sunset. Nope, sadly, our character is, Jane something. What was it again? Jane Bell. Okay, so not Tequila Sunset, but you're a retired bounty hunter. And coming out of retirement to avenge our fallen child and rescue our kidnapped husband by some nasty gangsters that may actually be cannibals. So, okay. So I guess there's nothing really there. I don't know. I was expecting there to be some kind of quest or something we interact with, but nobody was really talking. Anyway, on to the Stillwater camp. Alright. Just call me Tuco Benedicto Pacifico Pun Maria Ramirez. Ho-ho! Now. Okay, now we got some... let's see, we got some combat here. Sorry, Coyote, but thanks for the food. Okay, space to jump and climb. Definitely time to save. Alright, so you can mantle. This is good. In fact, let's give that a try. Nice! Game's already winning some points with me. Okay, so we've got a... I think we've got an opportunity for a stealth takedown here. But there is someone out there who's keeping an eye on him, and I can't quite see. Let's try this. Ooh, can we choke this guy out? Knocking enemies unconscious. Unaware enemies can be knocked out by pressing and holding and left button in melee range. Unaware enemies will also take extra damage from all your weapons. Noted. Alright. Easy does it. Easy does it. And... yeah! Call this one the ecstasy of chokehold! Ha ha! Alright. Carry corpses or unconscious bodies by pressing there. Hide them in foliage to avoid attracting attention. Alright. So it's like shadow tactics. There you go. Alright, now, where you at? I need to loot you. Here we go. Alright. Sharps quick iron. Okay, scrapping ranged weapons. You already own a weapon in this category. You can resell your extra weapons at any weaponsmith in town, or if you're desperate for bullets and weapon crafting materials, interact with a ranged weapon to scrap it. Alright, so basically we can either take the ammo and parts from the gun, or take the gun whole back to town. And only scrap ranged weapons. Got it. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Let's scrap this. Why not? Sharps quick iron. Yeah, here we go. Oh, okay. We can scrap all unequipped weapons. Nice. Alright, iron slag, pistol slugs. Nice. You'd think you could empty the gun out without having to destroy it. Alright. Okay, so that guy's looking this way. Let's see if we can... okay, well, crouched enemies are less likely to see you. You can get even stealthier by moving through tall grass or approaching at night. Alright, so time of day is going to be a factor. Interesting. Alright. Let's see. Can that... here we go. Now, how finicky is the stealth going to be in this game? That's kind of the big question. Call me Chokila Sunset. Ha ha! Oh, right. Feeling the Dishonored influence here. Oh, hey, we get a rifle. Now we're talking. Alright, found a weapon of a new type. Left Alt to switch between them. Call me D's nuts because you get a choke on him. Alright. Actually, can I rotate the camera while this is aiming? I feel like that's kind of a big liability. Okay, so cover in combat. Alright, so just need to be real careful. Okay, duck behind cover to protect yourself. Got it. Firing your weapon automatically causes you to stand, so choose your shots carefully. Alright, so we got two bad guys right here. Let's see. What do we got? What are pistol ammo for? Yep, it's a PC game, pretty much. Okay. So, yeah, the rifle does a little bit more damage. I kind of want to use the dynamite, but there might be a better place for that later. Nah, we'll go with our 6-shooter here. Alright. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Hey! Ow. Where's that coming from? Okay, what the hell happened there? Where'd that... Easy Pete disliked that. Okay, that's clever. The bottle was there and I would have set it off, or broken it and alerted them. But... where'd that gunfire from behind come from? I mean, it came from behind, but what caused it? Okay, well, I might as well take their food. Thank you. Rat meat raw. No, no, no. We'll be sticking to... We will not be having rat burgers tonight. Okay, so... I'm gonna test something out here, because I think what happened is... Somehow... ammunition that was just lying on the ground got knocked into the fire, it cooked off, and then killed these guys. So I'm gonna try something real quick. If this works, I'll be really impressed. Alright. No, just dropping it wasn't enough to ignite it. And since aiming appears to be just on a single plane, there's no way I can aim down at it. That's a shame. But yeah, I'm gonna have to review the footage on that, because I have no idea where that gunfire came from. Anyway... Alright, these guys over there somehow didn't hear the, ruckus we caused. Oh, what do we got here? Ah, okay, so you can kind of warn yourself of trouble there. Let's see... Well, I can sneak up on them. Your wife called. Told me to call you the quick in the bed. Ha ha! Alright, now. Ooh, machete. Nice. Now we can roleplay as Danny Trejo. Yeah, let's break some of these guns down. Okay, bandage, bandage, more rope, another shovel. I'm gonna run back here and eat the rest of this food real quick. We didn't have soy food back in the day. We had to make do with whatever was on hand. Ooh, wait. Dynamite, nice. Okay, hang on a second. Now we have a chance to test this out. I'm gonna throw dynamite and see if that'll cook off dynamite on the ground. Here we go. Okay, they didn't set the dynamite on fire. Okay, somehow didn't set the dynamite on fire, but did set the wagon on fire and killed the bird behind it. Awesome! Alright, let's grab that dynamite and... So there will be some physics shenanigans in this game. Call that one bird on a fire. Haha! Okay, quick saving experimenting. If you want to experiment with a new or risky approach, nothing is off the table. Important or even putting important story characters in the dirt. You'll always be able to complete your journey one way or another. You might want to... Okay, yeah, telling you. Feel free to try some stuff, just remember to save before you do it. Gotcha. Use the environment against your enemies. Oh, I'm way ahead of you. Okay, use the lamp to spread oil all over the grass and start a blaze, creating a deadly trap for your opponents. Oh. Oh, game, you had me at fire. Game advocating save scum. Nice! Yeah, so far this game is doing just about everything right. I really like the way it's playing and handling. The shooting definitely takes some getting used to because... Okay, piece of hard to come by. This one will serve its master well. Okay, so it's double the magazine capacity, but about half the damage. Yeah, the shooting controls are a little funky, considering you can be on a... There's variable heights in this game, but you're only ever aiming on one plane. And it's just kind of auto-aiming depending on where the enemy is. Okay, Nymph Relic. These petrified claws of these long-dead creatures can be used from your journal to acquire new class and weapon abilities. While class abilities you acquire will not transfer to your next hero, all weapon abilities will persist across journeys. Interesting, okay. So yeah, we discussed this a little bit earlier, but apparently you'll be controlling multiple characters over the course of the adventure, each with their own stories, and it's not clear how they'll intersect, but presumably they will at some point.